このアイスでなければ見れない夢がある。ロッテの雪見大福。
What is the problem?
The new machine is acting up. Bars are bigger.
Yeah, bigger.
What do you suggest?
As your immediate supervisor, I needn't tell you the procedure. Call the boss. That's correct. You can only know how much he likes that machine.
It's his baby.
Rules are rules. Call the boss. Correct.
You know, he dedicated that machine to his mother.
I think you were on vacation. He loves it very much.
Any suggestions?
Introducing bigger mounds and bigger almond joy. The chocolate's bigger, the coconut's bigger, everything's bigger.
A presidential hopeful reveals his cabinet.
My cabinet will be filled with honesty, integrity, and real satisfaction. 9 lives. What would you expect from a finicky president?
Vote 9 lives, a more satisfying choice.
Help! We've been robbed!
Stop! Stop, evildoers! Introducing super stretching superhero Stretch Armstrong. Yes, Stretch Armstrong. Now stretching fun farther than ever before. He bends, he stretches, even ties and knots, but always returns to his original shape. How'd he do that? He's been doing that since he was a kid. Stretch Armstrong from Cat Toys. Who else?
Honmonoチョコをコーティングしました。明治チョコスティッキー新発売。
If I take one bowl of Captain Crunch's peanut butter cereal, part of this balanced breakfast, and I add another bowl of Captain Crunch's peanut butter cereal, what have I got?
A happy elephant!
That sums it up.
I got guinea pigs, horses, elephants!
Captain Crunch cereal brings you 3 fun new animal stamp albums.
He hops 40 miles per hour.
There's one Smedley Zoo Pals, or CB's Farm Animals, or Captain's House Pets in each specially marked box of Captain Crunch.
Discover a world beyond your wildest dreams. Discover Atari. Pioneers in coin video games like Centipede, Tempest, and Asteroids that challenge you, excite you, test you like never before. Discover the Atari that opened your eyes to the world's most popular home video games like Space Invaders, Missile Command, and Warlords. Discover the Atari that brought you a home computer truly designed for the home. Sophisticated for advanced needs, yet simple enough for your child to use. Compose music, play advanced games, manage your finances, all at the touch of the button. Discover Atari. And discover how far you can go.
M&M's プレーンチョコレート。
私はフレッシュでカリッとしたピーナッツ。美味しいミルクチョコレートでたっぷり。
私たちはキャンディーで軽くシャワー。
だからお口で溶けて手に溶けない。OK、レッツゴー。M&M's ミルクチョコレート。
お口で溶けて手に溶けない。M&M's。
スケスケサクサク。明治スナックピックアップ。
Ace McCloud and Doc Terror, each sold separately.
Trouble up rubber, Jake! Energize the assault mode! Let's do it! I name this Doc Terror down! Centurion! Take this! Energize the power mode! Bombs away! Fire! Now Doc Terror falls! Right, Jake? Right, Ace!
New Centurion.
Centurions, Jake Rockwell, Ace McCloud, and Doc Terror come as shown, each sold separately.
Dirk knows everybody has a style of their own. So the next time you're out to say something about yourself, remember this. And so does the great taste of Dirk's with Redmond.
Peter, do we ever cover steak with ketchup? Hamburger is steak, chopped steak, so we use...
A1 steak sauce.
It makes hamburgers taste like...
Steak burgers.
Don't cover it. Discover it with A1.
What are you, fucking commie? Huh?
No, I ain't no commie.
Oh, you better not be. I don't want no commies in my car. No Christians either.
Still a stupid.
It's such a fine line between stupid and clever. Yeah, it's just clever.
What's up, cyberspace cadets, cyber fan bots everywhere? Americans. It's all right, prostate. It's Friday night. You know what that means? It's time for Creem Streem 200. Can you fucking believe it? 200 episodes of this here show. Gone from crazy shit to crazier shit. Johnny Bonsaco just opens the gate at $30 and says, give that tranny witch the night off and celebrate your 200. Oh yeah, you can give me some sweet nothings for that next time I'm on the show. I mean, the shower, I mean. Hashtag be my little homo. Ooh, Johnny. Bad Johnny. Damn.
Bad, good Johnny. Good, bad Johnny. Johnny, good boy.
It's good to see everybody in the chat having some fun tonight. People on Twitch and D Live and frickin' Odyssey. They everywhere. 200. And then his house of the well. A is for AHTEMMA the Hun.
Goodbye.
Yay.
Yay.
What's
up?
Wow.
You sound very far away.
Back.
I have a computer desk.
Ooh.
Oh.
It sounds like you're talking
Microphone's in a new location.
a weird mic. Okay.
Yeah, there's
Let me double check these settings.
Yeah.
It's getting better.
Sounds distorted and kind of like warbly in a way. Anyway, as for Asher, I'll come back to you, Tim. As for Asherella.
Evening. Happy Friday, everybody.
Hello. All right. B is for Becca Fairley.
Hey, guys.
C is for She Gone.
Hey.
Ira is for Roasted Opinion.
Hello, my freaky darlings.
And T for Trippy Poop.
I'm here again. Hey, there's the joke in the chat. I think that might be the killing of the joke.
Yeah, that's his other channel, his backup. It's how did I get here? It began with mommy and daddy looking at each other in a very romantic way. Just saying. That's how we all start. The gleam in your daddy's eye. Mm-hmm.
Right. When they're in love, or just want to have some sex. Tinder is gonna fuck that up for a lot of people. See, I'm of the belief that 90% of people on the planet weren't planned. Right? And if your parents are sitting there telling you, "Oh yeah, we planned for your birthday," yeah, they're lying to you.
Lying. No.
They're
I'm pretty
fucking
sure.
lying.
I'm pretty sure I was an unplanned pregnancy because my parents divorced like less than a year after I was born.
Like the truth is,
Either I was
conceived.
let's have another baby to save the marriage, or I was like oops. Let's
Right,
try to
it's
work it
like
out for a
you
little
were
bit longer.
conceived in the back of a Toyota Tercel in 1992.
Actually, I legitimately was conceived in the back of a 56 Chevy.
Okay.
Man, you get some tips coming through, I see.
I know a girl who was conceived in a Chevy or Cheyenne. That's a truck, right?
Yeah.
Like, or I think it's a Chevy. Anyway, yeah, yes. Classy. That's Western North Carolina for you guys.
Hey,
Thanks.
you guys know those bridges that Girl Scout troops use for their bridging ceremony?
Nope.
I know somebody who was conceived underneath one of those bridges.
Oh my God, Roasted. Ours was so tiny that'd be impossible.
Wow.
The Girl Scout troop bridge. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my
ours
gosh,
is
what
like
are you
this
talking
little.
about?
That's so funny.
There is a place where there's a town where there's a park where they built a fairly sizable bridge in the park that they use for that ceremony. And I know somebody who was conceived underneath one of that particular bridge.
That's great.
But I'm not going to say who.
Her name is Bridget. Right? They named her Bridget.
Bridget the midget.
I planned one of my kids, and then the other two didn't plan, but I'm really happy they're there.
Your mic is still fucked, Timma.
No.
She's like,
I
oh.
just switched to my headphones thing.
Yeah,
It sounds like Charlie Brown teacher, wah.
Yeah, it's like Jimi Hendrix going through Jimi Hendrix's amp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
AHTEMMA, I know you're not. I don't know if you're on Twitch, but there's a couple people just saying hi to you. Just let you know.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
That's better.
Yes.
Better. Okay, that's my headphone. So we'll just use that for you.
Beard and Boo say hi.
I was going to say, Beard's talking about how it took less than a month to get you knocked up, Chigan.
I know.
In a family way.
Damn. TMI, brother.
We're like, let's just stop with condoms. We don't need that. And then it just happened right away.
Ding.
Yeah.
Hey, it seems like, I don't know. I shouldn't say it, but I will anyway. It seems like when you're in a relationship with somebody for a while, you're like, pull-up method's working fine.
I know someone that was doing the pull-up method, and it worked most of the time until it doesn't.
Until it does it right.
I know people that are like, my one friend, he was like, "No, dude, I use condoms, the pull-out method, and spermicidal lube. Fuck that shit."
My husband is a pull-out king. We've been doing that for 14 years.
Hey.
Well, you just getting butt sex. Isn't that Mormon?
It's hot stuff, Becca.
That's how you keep your
It's Mormon
purity.
contraception, right?
It's
Isn't that really hard for the guy though? Like to pull out right then? I mean that really
No,
sucks.
not really. You get like a feeling.
No, man.
But doesn't that suck though? I mean, isn't that the fun part?
That's right. You gotta, God, man, you gotta get the job done.
It's like that's the best part. I thought.
Urge,
Probably
exactly.
a primitive urge to spill your seed inside,
Right.
Yeah.
Like going deeper, right?
Your back crunches up and your butt cheeks crunch up, and you know.
Joke said map on the line.
Deeper.
No. See, as a guy, you get that exact opposite feeling, and you're like, nope. I know if I do this inside of here, it's gonna be 18 years of hell.
Okay, fine, I
And
guess.
you pull it out, and she's like, "You got it in my hair," and you're like, "Ha."
I got it in your hair.
There's other ways to make it
in your
fun.
hair.
Oh my god.
I don't have to pay child support on something in your hair.
I heard your butt sex joke, Trippy.
Hey,
Birth control
She
is
got your
super
nose.
accessible, you know.
Yeah. Butt stuff is God's. Is God's.
God,
It's all
no,
meant for
that has
work.
nothing to do with God. That is
We're starting great. We're starting
literally
great.
nothing to do with God, babe.
And now it's all, everybody's eating butts. And it's like, stop
Ew.
doing that. Quit
I
doing
don't
that.
need no bags of groceries like that. No, thank you. Get the fuck away. No.
I feel like
no,
it's
no.
pretty much pleasurable.
I am an old school kind of
It's
broad,
Gum
man.
Beard talking
Uh-uh.
about knocking Chigon up. That's how we got here.
Beard.
$100
No, I'm pretty sure I'm responsible for this one.
Yeah, this is all trippy. He always goes to
Creem
butt
Streem.
stuff or sounding of some sort. It's just
I don't know.
fucking
Okay.
guaranteeing me.
That's why the bird of true love is a swallow, guys.
Please
Don't put that away.
Very nice.
Right?
Very nice.
Oh, man.
Put that away. They've already paid to make it go away.
When I was with my ex, we used to talk on like
Oh god, it's moving.
instant messenger a lot, right? And on instant messenger, I had as
Found
my
that new amusement.
as my bio. Or whatever, it said on my bio, "If you love me, you'll swallow that." And my ex's mom saw that and was like, "Oh, this guy's disgusting." And I was like, "Well, it depends on if you got a dirty mind. I could be talking about some food I made,
Yeah.
or like some horrible coffee."
Yeah, I'd be like, it's your fault. And you
Yeah,
did
right,
start this, Trippy. You did. It's because you brought
I
up how many people are unplanned or something.
Yep.
That's what
Yes.
started this.
Okay,
Yeah.
it was, yes.
Hell, half my kids were unplanned.
Yeah, but later on down the line,
Dude,
you'd be like,
there's a
we
line,
totally planned you out, if that makes you feel better.
You know what? It's like watching Bob Ross paint. There's just happy little accidents.
Happy little accident.
Oh, wow.
And, you know
Well,
what?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really proud
I
of my
conceived
happy
my
little
little
accidents.
daughter
What's up,
on my
Larry?
honeymoon.
Unplanned
got
pregnancies don't necessarily mean like unwanted, like that. Like my
Exactly.
nephew wasn't
hell
planned,
no,
but
yeah.
like he was definitely like wanted.
All right.
No, I totally wanted my youngest.
Irate said, whoa.
Whoa, I'm sorry. What happened?
Yeah, what?
Okay. Gunfox tips $10 and says, all right, you know what to do. Make the poor bastards lose their minds. And I have a clip that will do that coming up. Roots Calhoun tips $1 and says, Roots Calhoun just donated $1,000.
Nice.
One. I don't know.
That's not how it works. But okay.
Oh,
I feel like we're like, yeah.
you guys remember some black guy? Because I was in his chat once.
Yes.
And he had these two dumb girls on his show. And I put in chat, I was like, oh, I just tipped that chick $1. And she was like, oh my God, I got $1. And fucking dude looks at the chat. He's like, that's not a real donation.
What happened to him? Is he still like doing stuff or?
I have no idea.
He has the best smile. Anyway.
I'm going to burn it with fire.
Is that a new person in chat named Simple? Hi.
Simpy.
Hi.
Simpy. Oh.
Or
sorry.
Senpai. I don't know.
Senpai?
Yeah.
Senpai.
Simpy.
I don't have
Read it as Simpy. Words are hard, yo.
Well, you can't say simp on Twitch anymore, so just be careful. Gotta say shrimps.
Shrimp.
I can't help if that's their name. I'm supposed to respect
Their
people's
name,
names
absolutely.
and
Yeah.
identities. So
Or-
Twitch can fuck itself.
Yeah,
Remember that
or
guy
you'll
Q?
get accused of I don't know, something to do with name discrimination.
You can't say tranny in the chat on Twitch either.
Really?
And
Really?
we're all banned.
Oh, also, you can't use Negro in a sentence. I mean, negro, whatever. You can't say that in
The color.
chat,
Wait a minute.
which either.
Hold on.
Crayon.
Discrimination
Franny
against
doesn't have
Latinx.
anything to do with a person, though. It's part of a fucking car.
Yeah.
Yes. Right?
Transmission. What the hell? So yeah, car channels I guess have been getting kind of hit on that. Sorry.
The fuck?
That's bullshit.
It's like today we're
God
gonna
damn, do you know how many times I'd have gotten knocked off of fucking Twitch about, oh my god, dude. Just
Well, I'm
talking
saying,
about my
like,
own
actually-
personal car.
that you can't
Holy
say in chat. And like, yeah, I was trying to say, I said good night, Negroes, to the dump chat, and it said that my comment couldn't be posted. And I was like, what the fuck? So I replaced it with something. I changed the word out. Oh, I said good night, Blacks, and I'm like, see, that's fine.
I was in a live stream and they were doing like smash or pass on these like beauty contestants, and anytime I would type in smash, like on YouTube, it was like it would come up, it would be like the YouTube moderator team like blocked this message or something, and that was happening to me a lot. And if I put pass, it would send the message, but if I put smash, it wouldn't send it. Like, what the freak? I could be talking about anything, you know?
Smash Brothers.
YouTube doesn't care.
Yeah, Smash Brothers or something like Twitch.
It's bullshit. Yeah,
like,
I just don't. Censorship is no.
Everybody wonders why I just dirty lurk all the time.
I'm sorry I did this to the show, Irate.
So you're telling me
This
that
is
on
exactly
that,
what the show's about, y'all.
Kind of a team effort.
Just
you're
saying.
telling me that on that platform, Hulk can't do anything.
Nope, Hulk can't do nothing. He can't smash.
That poor guy.
And you know, Hulk.
Well, how's he supposed to get his anger out?
You wouldn't like me when I'm mad.
Therapy.
I got a picture of these two dressed up like Harley and the Joker, right? And they're reading a book at a Comic-Con. It's called 50 Shades of Grey Hulk. And on the back of the book it says Hulk smash, Hulk smash hard.
That's hilarious.
Dude, I got
Hulk
that whole
smash.
run with the Gray Hulk from like the
Yeah.
90s. Yeah, 80s and 90s. The Todd
people were
McFarlane draw art.
Yeah,
stuff.
he did some wonderful art for it. I really didn't like the story arc, but I loved the art.
Yeah, it got
Loved
weird.
the art.
Yeah, it got dumb when it was Mr. Fix-It, and then it went to that artist that couldn't draw, and it was Peter David was writing it. And
You know, Todd McFarlane helped to create Venom.
Yeah,
And,
that was
that's
his.
That's why Spawn and Venom actually have a lot of similarities.
You know, you mentioned that. Uzi and I watched the Venom Carnage movie last night.
Was it any good?
It was a whole lot of pablum for your brain, and it was one of those good movies to just check out too. So seeing Bad Santa and that back to back was really a nice way to like clean my clock in a healthy way, and I needed that clock cleaned. Uzi tell you all about that.
You've been watching classic comedy with the kids. I've been doing pretty much all Mel Brooks with them. And that is a palate cleanser too, let me tell you. That is a great
Indeed.
segment to watch.
Fruits, ouch my butt, Calhoun says Roots wants to smash Trippy. Fruits, ouch my butt, Calhoun.
Yeah, Hulk needs to know that smash don't mean what it used to mean. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Well, you know what Hulk would say at a smash or pass. It's always smash.
Duffy, you're on a roll tonight. Keep it going, brother.
Right? Yeah, but we got a little bit of stuff to look at, but you know, we can take our time. You know what we need to do though?
What?
It's time for that magical section of the show where we do 2 minutes of hate, because we're in the ink sock room with all of our plebs, and we're going to do the 2 minutes of hate so we can go make the government better and take words out and memory hole, all kinds of shit.
Oh shit. UA just dumped money, I think. Did I just see that notification? Did UA just drop cash?
How dare you not donate? Wait, no, he donated.
Wow,
to me, never
man.
mind.
Where did it?
He donated me a few days ago.
It's really weird because it's not showing up on my I'm not getting the anyway.
It
I know
shows on the
archive.
screen.
Yeah, he donates $50, and says, much love. The dump is alive. Join after. All right. And I will send people that way. Thank you, sir. Dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate the donuts, fam. You have no idea how much they mean right now. Just saying. All right, so
we watched Ghostbusters Afterlife on the dump the other night, and it was something.
It's awful, isn't it?
Hey, you'd have to watch it yourself. I don't want to spoil it. Irate?
I liked it.
Yeah, Becca liked it.
Well,
what is it you're talking about? What?
Ghostbusters
Afterlife.
Yeah, we watched a cam version, and you could see a guy's head on the bottom of the screen the whole time.
Yeah, no, you don't want to watch cams, man.
I've heard some people say it's great, and some people say it's shit. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've got no opinion on this shit.
Like
so
it,
you know.
I missed a very small amount of it, but it seemed like it kind of narratively jumped around. I don't know.
All right. So, all right, it's time for 2 minutes of hate. Boop, 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 boop. Stop. Reset. There you go.
Oh, I gotta get angry.
Yeah. I think Becca may have a little rant going, so we may give her.
Yeah,
may give her a couple, a little bit more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, we can all just donate to Becca tonight.
I might need a little more than 2 minutes to explain just how long this took and what fucked up shit is going on.
All right, go for it. AHTEMMA, A is for AHTEMMA, and you're first. Go. Boom.
Okay, so, ever since the Waukesha killer drove through all those kids, leftists have had no fucking problem going after children up here in Portland in the greater PDX area. Started out Wednesday. We're doing recycling because I do this like once a year with all our cans and bottles. Put it in a jar for the family. We're there recycling, and the grocery store we go to doesn't really enforce masks, and so I shop there. And my kids don't have to wear masks in the store, and it's never been a problem the entire time they've had the mandate. So suddenly, Wednesday, the lady at the counter for the cash in for the recycling, when I send my kids in, the lady starts trying to ask my daughter questions about her medical history and shit because she's not wearing a mask.
Bullshit. And that's bullshit. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, well, what's your excuse for not wearing a mask? And so my 14-year-old just looks kind of confused and goes, the paper ones give me a rash. And so the lady shuts her mouth and gives her the cash. So the next day, she comes in and she goes into I have my 23-year-old autistic daughter in there, my saucy, surly, going through the beginning of hormones 9-year-old, who's like almost 5'4" and doesn't look 9 at all. And then my 14-year-old who looks like she's closer to 18, but she's very, she doesn't like to make waves in public because she doesn't quite know how to handle shit because she's got a temper. So she stays real quiet. So the lady does it again. And this time my 9-year-old's had it because she shut her mouth the first time with the 14-year-old the day before. And the 9-year-old had it. So she just snaps and goes, you know what? We don't care. You can't ask her that. You need to shut up. Just give us the money. My 9-year-old said this. And of course, my 23-year-old freaks out. And my kids come back out with the cash and they tell me what happened. So I go in to talk to the lady and I'm like, listen, you've been asking my oldest or my middle daughter for her medical information. And my kids know you're not allowed to do that and it's against the law. And they're starting to get upset. And my 9-year-old's young and she's really impulsive. And I'm sorry she shouted at you. But can you please stop asking medical questions of my kids? And I shit you not, some dude from the other counter comes over and tells me that my kids have to shop online.
What?
He literally said, your kids have to shop online. Now, my kids weren't shopping. They were cashing in recycling tickets.
Wow.
Which is a state, they can't deny you that service because it's funded by the state. Now, the sign on the door says they recognize the mandate and there are exemptions and they will not fuck with you about it. But these two people stood in there and told me that because my daughter told them to shut the fuck up and because she's not stupid. And she got, okay, she's 9. I get it. A 9-year-old isn't supposed to say that. But the fact of the matter is, out of the mouth of fucking babes, okay? I'm sorry, out of the mouth of babes, dude.
Yup.
I had
It's
someone
good
ask
for
me the other day if I've gotten my booster yet, and I'm just like, no.
Which one?
Like, yeah, right? And I mean, I don't know. Like, it's any of their business. First of all, I don't
Is
have
that-
vax at all.
Is that baby big enough for a booster? I mean, shouldn't she still be in a car seat?
Ah.
Oh no, that's
But,
ASHERELLA. No, she gone. I'm sorry.
This whole
Yeah,
thing did
yeah.
start.
Yeah, I was like, what?
The whole thing started because Fauci needs a booster seat. So
Oh, that's funny.
Long story short, they're trying to suggest that we can't go back in the store. My children aren't allowed to go back in the store. So we called corporate, and corporate's like, they aren't even allowed to ask you why you're not wearing a mask. I don't know what the hell that lady was doing.
What?
No, this
what
is a
store is this?
30-something.
Is it like a
The
chain?
Winco. It's Winco. It's a chain up here in the Pacific Northwest. I've never seen it anywhere else.
Yeah, I've never heard of
it's
it.
Supposedly employee owned. So I ended up calling them fucking brown shirts. Because I'm so quiet, y'all. I'm so quiet. I'm just so meek and timid and quiet. So like,
right?
half the
So is
store heard me.
Becca.
That's what I was.
Super quiet.
We are merely following the orders of our superior commanders. Is a shit excuse, lady. Now you gotta understand, this bitch is close to 40, and she's wearing goddamn Christmas bell cat ear headband. Okay,
Yeah.
at work. At work, not for like a Christmas party or some shit like that. No, for her regular work day. This full-grown, long in the tooth or long enough in the tooth to fucking know better, put on fucking kids' fucking headband, cat ears.
wow.
And it's getting even worse because on Wednesday, my kids are standing outside with me and we're shuffling between all this herd of old people that come through, and some stupid, crazy motherfucker from Antifa committed suicide that day or whatever, and on all the little Pantifas up here were really pissy, and my daughter had dodged some old people and she didn't have a chance to step forward out of this dude's way, and this dude starts yelling at my 9-year-old about being in the way. So of course, I snap because I'm Mother Bear. So right now I'm feeling like violence in my heart just going outside around people. And you know what happens if I start coughing, Doku? They'll physically tackle you. They will I shit you not. I watched a dude cough and I'd like to be an asshole, and some other dude fucking tackled him, dude. This place is fucking nuts. I cannot wait till we can leave. It is so fucking crazy up here. Sorry.
people in camps in
I can't wait for you to
And
leave
it's
either,
my
man.
kids.
It's like crazy.
Yeah.
It's
like
my
crazy
fucking
as hell.
kids, dude.
You seem very
You want to make
unhappy.
me irrational. That's how you make me irrational, is you go after my kids.
Yeah, no shit. All
And
right.
the fucked up thing is, the tranny that killed himself, he tried to fucking run my 14-year-old over with a fucking buggy, like 8 months ago when we were at the Fred Meyer. And my daughter said, "Why don't you just go cut yourself already?" And kept walking.
What? That is
My 14-year-old is brutal, y'all.
AF, yeah.
I'm sorry. May they
Yes,
raise
yes,
and rest in
please
peace.
come.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, y'all. That's
That
my
was-
experience with Antifa up here. So
It's
my girl's rough, dude.
fucking
She's
awesome.
beautiful.
Yeah, you needed to catch up. We missed
that
your
was a
hate.
natural reaction.
Yeah.
I missed it. So
I know. Well, it's I've got so much inspiration up here.
I always felt bad for Becca having to follow you.
Oh, I got a good one tonight. So.
All right. So, all right. Let's move on. A for ASHERELLA. You got 2
Okay,
minutes
so
coming up.
I do
3,
not have
2, go.
I don't have nearly the depth of hate this week that AHTEMMA does, but okay, it's Christmas season, it's shopping season, right? And the stores are packed and everything is crazy right now. But one thing that really annoys me so badly, and it has for years, are all these random nonsense items and things like that you only see them at Christmas time because they're made to be prepackaged gifts. You know what I mean? And they crowd the aisles in the stores, and there's all these extra aisles and kiosks of hot sauce gift sets that nobody really wants, but it's you gotta get your coworker that you don't know what to get something, and then back scratchers that also like, you know, double as like a laser pointer or whatever. Like all this random nonsense junk that nobody really wants. Like nobody really wants any of that prepackaged like gift bullshit. You know what I mean? They don't want the like Swiss Miss hot cocoa mug set. You know what I mean? It's gonna sit in their cabinet. And I love hot chocolate. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that, but it's just like it's low effort. It's low effort gift giving. It's thinkless and thoughtless, and most of it is junk. Like, you know, like the desktop like putt golf sets and that kind of shit. Like that kind of, like I just like I hate them so much. And like they're crowding up the stores. They are like taking up space. It's already like crowded and packed in every single store you go into, from like the dollar store to the grocery store to department stores, and they all have this kind of junk. But what I hate most about it is that I find myself stopping to look at them, and I'm like, why am I looking at this junk? I hate this shit. Why am I looking at it? I hate it. I don't want it. I'm not going to buy it for myself or anyone else. So why am I wasting my time looking at this shit?
You're just part of the problem.
I know.
All right, so all right, I hate to interrupt, all right, but Blind Press, a $6.99 Canadian super chat. Thank you, ma'am. She says, "Happy 200. I'm exhausted, so I won't be able to pop in like I wanted to, but still I had to show some love. And you know we got mad love for you, Miss BP. All right, and yeah, former.
I just waved.
Yeah, an alum of the show, and so the deal is tonight's show is episode 200. So what I'm trying to focus on is anyway. So we're going on to 2 minutes of hate with the you know, with the panel here. I don't know, what do you call this fucking thing? I don't know.
I've just got to disclose real quick, y'all. I just did the dumbest fucking thing ever. I waved. I'm in Discord, no camera on, and I just waved to Blind Press.
There's like so many levels, AHTEMMA.
Stupid, right there. Yeah, I really need to smoke more pot at this point, I think.
I think the funniest part about that, though, is that...
It's okay, AHTEMMA. She had closed captioning on.
Two of the reasons why that was wrong is because she can't see you. Isn't that great? Two of the reasons.
Oh my god.
Now she's gonna kick my ass from Canada.
Okay, so all right, it's Becca's time. All right, so you have the floor, ma'am.
Sorry.
Okay, so Wednesday I got a phone call from the school saying that they would really appreciate my presence at its parent-teacher conference.
Yay, a school story. I'm so excited. Sorry.
Yes. So I was like, okay. They wanted it at 6:45. Great. Peak rush hour time. Parents are getting off work. It's close to dinner time because we eat late in my house. I was like, sure, not a problem. I'll fucking be there. I get there. There are 16 parents, including me, and all of our children there, and 2 teachers. One is the language arts teacher. The other one is the digital art teacher. So we're all looking confused because we've never had a parent-teacher conference where there's multiple of us. So we all sit down, and the teachers are trying to reassure us there are no issues. Our children are great. They are excellent students. They do extremely well in their classes. So I'm like, then why the fuck are we here? So one of the teachers, she was like, okay, so there's no problem. Your students excel. They're excellent students. They're so great, and keeps going on and on and on about how wonderful our kids are. And then tells us that is the issue. They are so awesome and so great. That's the problem, because they are causing issues within these 2 classes, because these 16 students have the same 2 class periods with these teachers. They are causing problems between them and what I like to call the dumb kids, because apparently there are kids in the class whose feelings are hurt that these 16 students are excelling and they're not. So they have hurt fifis, and their parents are upset about it because they're not excelling because all these other kids are, and it's just making my kid like want to commit suicide. I don't know. I just made that fucking part up. I don't care.
Oh my God.
So the teachers told us that we need to help them help our children. And our kids need to dumb themselves down until the actual dumb kids catch up.
Nope.
So I went off. I lost my cool. I was like, you guys seriously brought us into a fucking classroom at dinner time during rush hour traffic. Most of us just got off of fucking work to tell us something that you could have put in a fucking email, and my response would be the same. Go fuck yourselves.
They did that backwards. Why didn't they take the other parents with the kids that are struggling?
Because Shigan,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's
retarded.
They can't, they'll.
Oh my
offend the
God, I
parents.
hate this so much.
So
they might be POC. I don't know.
Okay, so my child is a minority within our school district now. When I went to this school, I was a majority. We have mostly white kids. Now it's mostly predominantly fucking Hispanic, and the issue is they're all fucking illegals that just crossed over and they don't even speak English, so that's why they're struggling. And they figured we'll just throw them into the school system and make their lives better, but yet they can't because they don't fucking speak English. So that's half the fucking problem. The other half of the problem is all these fucking stupid parents. Okay, I'm in the room, 16 of us. 5 of the fucking parents went along with this and was like, oh, sure, I'll have a talk with little Susie Loo-hoo Boo-hoo and tell her to dumb her shit down so that her fellow students will feel smart. It's the dumbest shit. So I was like, no, fuck this. After 45 fucking minutes in this meeting, I was like, I'm done. So I looked at my daughter. I was like, let's go. And she's like, yes, ma'am. She grabs her bag. She knows the look on my face. She's like, I'm just going to be quiet, keep my head down. Mom's about to lose her shit. So she grabs her bag. She walks over to me, and the teacher's like, no, little one. I call her little one. Little one, you need to come back over here and sit with me. And I was like, bitch, this is my child. It's time to go. And we're leaving. So 11, one of the teachers, she tried to call her back to keep me there. It's like, no, this is my kid. You need to back the fuck off. So anyway, we walk out. 11 other parents joined us, and we all just fucking left.
Yeah.
See,
the odd thing was, these other parents, they were kind of lingering. Like, they wanted me to rally them up and be like, okay, this is the plan of action. I was so pissed. I didn't even talk to them. I was like, fuck you guys, I'm out. Like, we're out of here. So I did
need a leader, Becca.
Well, I did end up doing a group email because we have an email list with all the parents on it. So I ended up getting their names through the little one. She told me who their students were. That's how I figured it out. So I sent an email to the superintendent, the principal, all the fucking teachers that my daughter has, all these parents, and I informed them that we are contacting the attorney general and the governor, and I forgot who's in charge of the Texas Public Education Department, but whatever. I was like, this is our plan of action. We're gonna follow through with it. Oh, by the way, these 2 dipshit teachers are not allowed around my child because I'm pretty sure I can nail them for child abuse. And then, of course, the principal is my ex-uncle. It's a really weird story, but he responded. He's like, now, Rebecca, seriously. I was like, if you don't want problems, get rid of them. And he's like, is that an ultimatum? I was like, 100%. These 2 have no business teaching children who are smart and excelling and telling them to fucking dumb themselves down for a bunch of fucking illegals that can't even speak our language. They have no business being in our fucking schools. And why don't you put them in fucking ESL where they teach English before you throw them in with our students? This is bullshit. I'm over it. So he's talking to the superintendent. And by Monday, I will have my answer on if these 2 teachers are going to be transferred out, because they won't fire them. Even though Texas doesn't have teachers unions, they very rarely fire teachers. So they're probably going to transfer them out to another fucking school. And I'm all about it. I will have an update for you guys next Friday. And that's
Dude,
it
they
for
need
me.
to be fired.
Wait,
Yeah, they do need to be fired.
They shouldn't be allowed to teach. If you can't
That's
fucking handle
insane.
having different levels of understanding and comprehension in your classroom, you shouldn't be a public school teacher. Because my stay-at-home mom fucking homeschooling ass does it all the time. I'm teaching an autistic person on top of somebody who's in high school with a really high IQ and a penchant for science. And then I've got a brilliant, super fast reader who can do math in her head, and she's almost 10. If you can't handle doing a whole bunch of different shit like that, and you're trained and I'm not, fuck you. Fuck on. You need to do something else.
Right.
Because they can't do their jobs in helping these other kids. They want our kids to dumb themselves down just so they... It's the dumbest fucking thing. I was so pissed. I really bit my tongue.
That's like
but...
crazy. I can't even believe they did that.
I'd have
That's
punched
like...
somebody, I bet, dude. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
that makes me so mad. It's like, how does that make sense in any reality? Like, okay,
doesn't.
let's tell our children that are excelling
well, hold
to
on now.
not
Feelings
excel
are hurt,
because
what?
somebody.
Dude, when busing happened, all right, in the South, I went to school up in Tennessee, right? And what they did was they brought over the African American kids from across town were using stuff that was like 20 years old, right? So they made us use those books and shit. And I literally would play and like make cutouts of airplanes, right, while the other kids were doing stuff, and then I would take the test and pass them because I'd learned enough in first, second, and third grade to it's like it was. And what ended up happening, right, is the public schools up there, I don't know, about everywhere else, but they had to continually, like, quote, lower their expectations. Right. And what it ended up doing was making everybody equally fucking stupid.
Instead of putting forth the extra effort that it would require to help these folks that were left behind catch up, they put in no effort whatsoever.
Well, and
dumb it down.
Right.
And we wind up with an entire generation that's stupider than the generation before them.
Exactly.
That's right. Cut down the tall trees.
And it started in the 70s, fam.
And that is all by design.
And they keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Harrison Bergeron, Rush, Trouble with the Trees.
That's
We had
right.
a lot of warnings about this, y'all.
Yep. Indeed. All right. Well, see us for Shagan. We're doing the 2 minutes still.
How the hell do I follow those ladies?
I'm sorry.
All you ladies. I have
Hey,
something.
we
I
can talk
don't
about
know.
Christmas gifts.
All right. So my coworkers, some of them are like super into this COVID shit. So there's like a few of us, okay, like me and one of my other coworkers who I'm like really close to now. Like we've bonded. I told you guys, like we've bonded over this because we're both not vaccinated. She's pretty openly not vaccinated. Me, I don't think that they know. I don't like to talk about it. But anyway, so my boss, his mother-in-law passed away and she had COVID and was put on a ventilator and everything. She was like in her 70s. But I read they posted her obituary for everyone to read. And like right off the bat, it says she died from complications from COVID. But then like they go into like talking about her life and how great and whatever and her relationship with her husband. And then it says, if only we could go back in time and convince her to get vaccinated. Because she didn't get vaccinated. I shouldn't even say that, like Beard tells me not to. Like, she didn't get the jab, And I'm like, oh my God. I had like just skimmed her obituary, and one of my other coworkers, she's like, "Oh my god, did you see that part?" I'm like, that is so disrespectful. Like, she died, and after she passed away, like, she didn't want to get the shot for I don't know what reason, but it's not. I don't think it's any of their fucking business, even though they're
Right.
You know, and like, and to put that in your obituary, that's just. I don't know. It made me really mad, and it's just so disrespectful, and it makes me worry about my boss, because he's actually a person on the panel that decides what happens with our city, with like COVID restrictions or whatever we're gonna do. And the fact that his, mother-in-law just passed away, and like that was in the obituary, it's not very comforting to me.
So how old was she?
So, she was like mid-70s.
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 So and that's like the average lifespan is what, 78 years old, 75?
Yeah, I mean that could be young. I mean, like if my parents died in their mid-70s, I would think that would be pretty crazy because they're pretty dang healthy for their age.
I got a lot of mileage on this liver. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like some people live to like 100. I don't know. I mean, like but you're
My
mid-70s.
grandma's like 90 something.
It's not like she was like 30. Okay. All right. Whatever. And I don't know what else is.
Right. And you don't know what comorbidity she may have had,
Well, yeah, maybe she had heart disease too.
Yeah, no shit.
Well, yeah, it didn't say that in her obituary, but of course not.
Well, that's not good. Right. It doesn't go with the political shit. I mean, it goes in the face of that.
Dude.
This shit is
Just thought it was so disgusting, you guys. And like, I haven't even told Beard this. He's just hearing this for the first time for all you too. So, but yeah, that made me mad. Is that some good hate? Is that?
That's good hate. That's some quality hate.
All right.
Delicious.
Legit.
That reminds me, like, okay, I'm not trying to get like sad or anything, but like November 17th was the anniversary of my dad passing away.
Oh.
And in my dad's service, and like my dad, he got religious like after he got sick, and like he got saved and found God, whatever. He was never religious his whole life, and the whole like service, like his like funeral service was talking about how you got to find God and you got to be saved. And like my dad lived a really full life. Like, I mean, he showed Tennessee walking horses. He owned a business. He was in the military. Like, he was a motorcycle enthusiast. He restored Harleys. He had so much that he did in his life. And like, all they talked about was like getting saved. And even in his obituary, like my grandma was really mad about his obituary. Like we were all like pissed because it just talked about like him finding God, like the last like year of his life. And I just hated that so much. And it's not really on subject, but it made me think about it. And it was the anniversary was recent, so it's on my mind recently.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, tangent.
Yeah. Well, the anniversary of my dad passing Sunday, so.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm sorry for you too.
Yeah, my dad was only 63, and
it hurts.
Yeah.
I bet. All right, Roasted, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
All right, you ready? Go.
Okay, folks, pay attention very carefully because, what works in the Supreme Court always works in the Supreme Court. The rules are always the same, or at least they're supposed to be. Stop politicizing every damn thing. Precedence works the same way every single time, which means that it's not ironclad, carved out of frickin' diamonds sometimes, and made out of wet spaghetti other times. Okay? Just stop this. Stop politicizing every damn thing for that matter. Stop politicizing the frickin' coof. We started off with a pandemic. And by God, in the past, when we have pandemics, we all rally together and we face it together and we defeat it together. But no, you had to politicize it to make points. And now, anytime somebody does anything, tries to do anything that's slightly common sense, on it, everybody goes nuts. There's no middle ground because it was politicized, you know? And you're willing to give up all sorts of rights just to make sure that you keep your policies, your preferences. And I'm sick of it. Stop politicizing everything. Stop listening to the media for everything. Start looking for yourself.
Well, hey, Roasted, that recent accident quote with the vehicle, I heard that they're trying not to politicize that one. So,
sure.
There's some good news.
Yeah, they're trying not to politicize that one. How well has that worked? I've seen articles where he's talking about how sadly he's being used in this whole situation, and likewise how he's not able to pay child support because they keep on throwing him back in jail. And if they just stop, arresting him all the time, then he could pay child support.
He could also attempt to not run people over all the fucking time.
Oh, no. Now stop expecting people to behave like normal people, Trippy.
Right.
Don't be such a bigot.
That's not sensitive to his needs. Good God Almighty.
I don't give a fuck about his needs. Next time I say he drives off the fucking highest cliff ever and just do us all a fucking favor.
I love you, Becca.
Oh, I mean...
Are you talking about Tony?
Remember the guy? No.
Guy, or the truck guy that ran through the parade.
I think Sandy is a naughty list.
I drifted a wee bit there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was talking about the actual vehicle driving off a cliff, since it was the vehicle that did it.
That's right.
Right.
I get it.
Vehicles have been driving themselves for such a long time.
But if Fauci was in it, you wouldn't mind.
No,
I was asking if it was a Tesla, since that seems to be a common issue with Teslas. They just autopilot.
That's right.
And kill people,
How about we take the driver out of that, and once he's convicted, sentence him to death in an electric chair, but only a pair of electrodes that attach to his groin on either side of his scrot.
Dude.
And electrocute him that way until he dies.
How about gooch and tongue? How about that? You put one pole on the gooch, the other one on the tongue.
There we go.
I don't know. That picture just entered my head. Yeah, all right, so you know what kind of pictures go in my head, man. It's like, okay, that sounds kinky.
Might be too quick. I'm looking for something slow and excruciatingly painful.
Well, then
he killed little kids and grandmas.
Break out the lemon juice and razor blades, man. I mean, you want to make it painful, I can do that.
You get some fire ants to top it off with. It's like sprinkles.
Put some sugar on it. Pour some sugar on me. Oh, little Brian showed up for you, Becker. The weakness. All right, Trippy, you got 2 minutes.
I'm not going to do hate, but I'll read this guy that I found yesterday on Instagram, right? His name is The Final Remaining Tribe. I'll just read his comment that he posted after posting a selfie. It says, now ladies, I just hopped out of the shower using Pura shampoo and conditioner and soap and used deodorant and Axe spray. Please don't rape me, all the ladies I'm involved with. This special agent in charge of prison gang bloodhound fight in Washington, D.C. Southern District Detention Center and CIA official, the White House, and this country's next United States of America president, and world top enforcement government official. That's for the top Fed camp in the United States of America and Area 51. Top operative for the world power of world government of the United States of world government power. And the White House reporting for duty, Mr. Current President Joe Biden of the United States of America. And Mr. Former President Donald J. Trump of the United States of America, my father, and my former President John Adams of the United States of America. And Mr. Former President Thomas Jefferson of the United States of America, and Mr. Richard Nixon, the backstabber, for the earth of the United States of America, and Mr. John F. Kennedy of the United States of America, and Miss Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House of
Holy shit.
Representatives of the United States of America. Wait a minute, we got more. And Secretary of State Anthony Blinken of the United States of
Blinken,
America.
man. Yeah, the Secretary of State.
And Mr. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger, bank statement specialist of the United States of America and top authoritative figure of the world government of the United States of world government power. Now let's begin a new topic. Oh my God, I didn't realize this one was this long.
With that dig down.
At least I know where all the cocaine went.
I need to before Ivanka Trump Sr. catches a flight to the polls. Me side and makes out with me right when I walk outside. Now let's begin with refund of gold involvement into alien meteorite technology. Alien meteorite technology is an almost useful death ray that's fired through a warp drive. It shoots a beam 7,658 Fahrenheit beam.
I want to shoot a beam right now.
It's almost instantly shot through their warp drives. So, to counter it, warp drive a flux wave machine and create this flux wave warp drive almost completely from gold evolvement that you may gather from Mars or a public ocean centered down by closet to Japan or Australia.
What the fuck?
Closer
Is this all one paragraph?
Oh my goodness. I didn't know you could post a post that long on Instagram.
Holy shit.
Right, but closer to the middle of the Pacific Ocean, then attach this flux wave enhanced by gold evolvement to a UFO or anti-aircraft.
The flux wave, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is badly written rap.
That's it.
Yeah, flux wave, man.
But you guys, he's wearing Axe body spray, so ladies, don't rape him.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
Ooh, that made me sweat reading that.
I make you sweat.
Sorry.
Oh, shit.
Sweat till you can't sweat no more.
All right, so I want to say hey to some people. Hey, TM Ryder. It's good to see you. Happy belated birthday. I noticed that. Ritzy Fritzy. Are you Z or are you Z?
Was that TV?
Yeah, let's see.
Was that like 6 minutes?
She gone? Oh, you're in here. How do you do that?
What I do?
Greetings. I'm looking at the chat saying hey to Doku and Tater Raider, of course. Killing Joke, man. Awesome dude. You should check out his little radio deal. It's awesome. And he plays requests. I'll request the weirdest shit and he'll fucking play it. It's awesome. Uzi Q, of course, my love. Fruits out, my butt hurts. Or fruits out, my butt's Calhoun. I don't know who you are, but it's an interesting name. Have I missed anybody? Dumbbeard, of course, out there on Twitch, holding the fort down. Digging it. Just saying hi to everybody before we slip on into the TV room. And I see JTR out there. Roll Tide Roll, brother. I don't know, dude.
Oh my God. Can I take a time and say who watched that Auburn Bama game last weekend?
Oh, I did.
Oh my God. You know, my mom is a hardcore Auburn fan. My family is Auburn fans, and I know that Uzi is.
Yeah.
And oh my God. Like, oh my God. It's like we just stopped fucking playing, like, you know, fourth quarter, and then we all these overtimes, and it's like, all right, we're gonna win this maybe, and then nope. Oh my God.
Well, you know what's interesting? All right, so the very first play of the game, Bama scored actually it was a safety, but they didn't call it that. They called it a touchback, man. But they recovered. Remember, the Auburn player fumbled the ball and it went into the end zone, and Bama covered it. Right? Mm-hmm. That's a safety. That's 2 points. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the magical 2 points, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fucking refs made some shit calls on both sides, man. I'm like, what the fuck, whatever.
Yeah.
And then fucking Danielson.
I was thinking about you guys
the CBS,
watching the game.
the CBS crew can suck my dick. I hate them all. They hate Bama. They hate Auburn. They hate anything decent from the South. They suck LSU's dick because they get liquored up and partied and probably get hookers thrown at them, when they go over there, because that's how them Cajuns roll. Just saying. Anyway, I'm not salty about shit either.
No salt.
Right. All right. So what we're going to do is I've got a news. You know what? Temma will remember this, and I think Trippy will remember this, but I'm not sure if any of the rest of the crew have seen I'm going to bring back a blast from the past. And we can turn this down and talk while we're watching it.
Oh my god. Fuck you. Seriously? No.
Oh.
Sticky ass.
What the fuck is this?
At least it's not like the other videos.
I don't know what this is, but I like it.
Tasty.
No, you won't like the rest of it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, irate.
Good parenting. Good big brother.
What's that guy's name?
Oh, is that how you keep them still?
Irate. What's that dude's name that used to play that sing songs?
Tanetta.
He started with a T, I think.
Tanetta,
man. God, I forgot Tanetta. Jesus.
Look what hide
Yeah, Virgie was playing Tanetta videos the other day. And I was like, Irate used to play this guy.
Look what
It was
hide would
just
glue.
like that.
Oh my
This glue
god.
is made out of horses.
What the?
The glue's
This
made out of
glue is stuck in
horses.
horse.
Euclid.
I bet the bronies love it.
Whoa.
That'll hold him.
It's good Jack of Praise isn't here. He'd be going nuts.
Somebody made this.
This glue is made out of horses. He's gonna get
Man,
stuck
they
in
had like a
horses.
shitload of videos out
What
there.
is hide wood glue?
At least this one's funny. The other ones were creepy because it was this fat guy in it.
That'll hold
Oh,
him.
no, some of those are coming up.
This glue is made out of
Trust me,
horses.
Temma.
What?
Oh my god, this is great.
This
Don't
one-
send this to Jack of
ASMR.
Praise. He'll having like nightmares.
People are going, what in the name of Christ is this shit?
I remember this shit, dude. Oh man, it was so distressing.
Becca, have
A
you
couple
never
of
seen
times
this
I wanted
before?
to climb under my desk.
No.
Oh my god.
God, this is like
Right.
creepy, like diaper wood glue ASMR crap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god, it is that dude. It's just a different angle.
Yeah,
Holy
it's the same.
shit.
This is him.
I'm really uncomfortable.
Don't you have access to diapers right now, Chico?
Oh no.
Dumb beard's got
Hey
an
man, I'm
idea.
the one that cloth diapered all my kids, man. This is way more personally disturbing for me.
Oh man.
Oh my god, dude. The glue is sticky and whoa. Fucking dude.
Oh my god.
You're right there.
That's all boiled.
I'm crying.
Oh my god.
Nobody likes this.
This is horrible.
Oh,
For the love of God.
I don't know where
please
to look.
burn this
How
when you're
long
done.
does this go for?
Just wait.
Like,
Oh my god.
Oh, it's almost out.
Oh god damn.
One more.
It's only a matter of time before your diapers gets really stuck in the glue.
Oh
I
my
am so
God.
freaked out now. It's like it's too hard.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna sleep well tonight.
Why is that shit dirty?
Because it's the wood glue staining it. It's the wood glue.
It's funny.
and the
Daisy and I
stain
have, to have shares that look like that.
What are we watching? What is this?
This could be me.
That's
What
the
is
girl.
it?
It's
not me,
not
it's not me.
diaper. It's baby play.
Who made this shit?
I
don't know.
You're gonna have to show
It's
Becca
old as
Tanetta.
shit though.
His the channel name I think is Loves to Be Glued
Boy, am
Oh
Yeah.
God, no.
or Loves
You're gonna have to
3B Glued. That's what it was.
You're gonna have to show Becca and Sugar Tanetta because I don't think they were around for that.
Well, fuck.
Also,
I
ice
think-
cream interview with Tanetta. We gotta
Liquid
still
high glue is
work
one
on
of the
that.
Man, I've been trying to. Man, I've been trying.
It's got a strong permanent bond. Once the objects are stuck, glue won't let the objects go. In this case,
Somebody buy this man some Gorilla Glue.
the objects
What's the
to be
crackling
glued
effect?
is my butt and the chair.
This guy needs a GoFundMe.
For all the Gorilla Glue.
This guy needs to go fuck off, is what he needs.
He
and
needs
when he gets
therapy.
there, he needs to fuck off again.
Yeah,
And
he
keep
needs
on fucking off
therapy.
until he's out of the way.
That's
And
what
I was
he's doing
like-
right now.
I was making
fucking
fun of the
awesome.
Gorilla Glue woman when I said that.
Oh. That
See,
bothers
me and, or well, rather, B Token found a video. Of
Why can't y'all? Hold on, man. What
Is
was
it
going
like,
on?
is there something wrong with the video?
Yes. God damn it.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm kind of glad it's stuck
Black
on just the
screen.
face of the glue, though.
All right, hold on a second. I gotta kill
they
it.
hear the creepy
God
noises.
damn it! I know. This is pissing me
You know,
off.
you know
Make it any
those
better,
are really
though.
disturbing noises. It's almost worse.
Yeah.
We'll get it.
It's almost like the Phantom Fapper.
Hi everyone. I'm about ready to show you how to glue
I
yourself
can't
with,
kill this,
with
man.
liquid high glue, quickly
Oh,
and
it's
easily,
working now.
What the fuck?
by using the characteristics of the glue.
Okay.
On our end, anyway. Let's check.
Thank
it's working
God
on
you
Twitch
fixed
stuff, too.
it.
Liquid high glue is one of the strongest glues on the market.
Oh, really?
It's got a strong permanent bond. Once the objects are stuck, the glue won't let the objects go. In this case, the objects to be glued.
Here,
It's my
Uzi laughing.
Oh, shit.
No.
Is this fast forwarded? Let the sound into your head.
It's like
Whoa.
reverse humping this chair.
This is so fucking weird. This is the weirdest thing you've ever played.
Oh man, we went. Oh my god. Oh, I went to the edge with some shit, man. Back in the day, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we need to lighten up and do less news and do more of this kind of shit.
I don't like that. In a lot of this, I can only see one hand.
Yeah.
Right? I'm telling you,
The
he's
other
like
one-
reverse humping.
What are you doing with that other hand?
Sorry, it's kind of gross.
Kinda.
Hi everyone. I'm about ready to
I
show
think
you how to
Jack's
glue yourself
mad.
with liquid high glue, quickly
Oh
and
my
easily,
gosh.
by using the characteristics of the glue. By using the characteristics of the glue, you will be able to glue yourself quickly
Dude, where's your
and
dick?
easily, without very little, if any, effort.
By
Zed, you've been modded.
First, you'll need a bottle of
Dude,
liquid high
this
glue.
guy has like a real job. He like works with adults.
Next, you're going to need a diaper cover. You're going to need a diaper cover that has
Yeah,
a
he's, like,
semi-porous
works in an
outer
office
cover.
or something.
You don't want it to be too porous,
You might
for
work
it,
with him.
it'll probably absorb all the
This
glue.
dude
So you're
could
going to
be
want
a
some that's
coworker.
semi-porous. So just enough glue gets into the covers for it to grab. It's also got to be durable construction. It's got to be very strong, because the glue, once it sets and dries, will not let go. No matter how hard you tug, So you want to make sure you have a diaper cover that's going to withstand the abuse that it's going to
No
take.
matter how hard you tug it.
I chose Sock Sandy Pants because they manufacture a great sturdy diaper cover. I've used it for years to glue myself, and those diaper covers are superior when it comes to strength. And what you want to do is, apply the glue to the chair, in which case I already have. Now, you notice the glue had pretty much for the most part dried. There is no stickiness to the glue. The glue is completely dry. I also applied glue to the diaper covers, so you can see the glue.
Everything. It actually takes him quite a while to make them because he's making them himself.
You see that the liquid high glue is pretty brittle, which tells you it's dry. When you hear it crack like that, that tells you it's dry.
Liquid
You
high
can see
glue.
I put quite a bit of glue on there, covering a large amount of surface of the diaper cover, including going all the way to the back. Now the glue is, both the glue on the diaper cover and the chair had completely dried. So once the glue was applied to both the surface of the chair and my diaper covers, it took roughly about an hour for it to dry, with the fan blowing on it. So with the glue dry, we're going to apply just a little bit of water, just a light spray, and then we're going to sit in it. And because the glue is already dry and just putting a little bit of moisture, it'll bond real fast, sticking my butt to the chair. We're about ready to go.
Okay, so the Gorilla Glue woman,
I'm wearing-
like an article
I am wearing-
just came out
Oh my
like
gosh.
4 hours ago.
I am wearing a
that now
Bambino
her
diaper.
hair is falling
The
out.
diaper looks very babyish.
She dyed it
Plus,
recently.
they're extremely absorbent.
That diaper came from a camel toe.
I think he's
As you
doing
can
that
see-
on purpose, Becca.
Looks like
The
it's
diaper
camel
covers
toe. Yeah. I
Oh
was
my
thinking the
God.
same.
are good and snug.
As you can see, my
Good and
penis-
snug.
You can see the
in
glue
a fucking institution.
on my
His
butt.
like body shape actually looks like a baby, but like.
Now you're also going to want to have a spray bottle.
I know, but
Firmly-
the
Giant
problem is
baby.
Yeah.
he's so goddamn unstable.
So I'm going to go ahead and
He
have a
needs to
seat.
be in a place where he's fully supervised.
Just like
because
that.
This is a thing he shouldn't be able
I'm
to
going to give it a
do.
minute for the
He's
glue to,
on a whole
both
lot
on my
of
diaper
levels.
cover and on the
This is-
chair, to
this is
absorb
a
the
trip
water.
down
And
memory
what will happen
lane.
is the glue
Yeah.
will absorb the water
bothers me.
and begin to mesh together.
Yeah,
Forming a
It's
bond.
not
It's
to
resetting
dwell on the
itself.
past, all right?
As a result, with that happening,
As a result,
I'm going to become glued to
Diaper
the chair.
is firmly betwixt his
As you can
cheeks.
see, the glue is getting
Betwixt.
very tacky.
Because this guy needs
It's
to be in
bonding
an
my diaper covers in
institution.
Betwixt.
Yeah, it's
I
twisted.
agree,
That works out
AHTEMMA.
well.
Dude, I wonder what's buried in this
Now roughly
basement.
between 5 to 10 minutes have passed since I have sprayed the water on the chair
Like,
and
so
sat back in the
goddamn,
glue.
like,
Now I'm pretty
I'm
afraid the
all
glue had
for
stuck me
free
pretty good.
expression and
I had
whatever.
shifted my body weight a
consenting
couple
adults
times.
be
I
fucking
felt my body
weird. I
shift,
don't
but the diaper
my
covers
God.
stay in place.
I'm gonna
He's
make
got
So we'll
fun
give
of
it a
you
quick
and you
tug
can
real
deal
quick
with
to
it,
see
but I
roughly how
really
strong the
don't
glue
fucking
has,
care.
how strong
Just
the glue has gotten.
fuck,
Look at all those zits.
dude.
Look at all those zits.
There's a certain limit, though. You know, you have to have a boundary somewhere, and this kind of exceeds boundaries.
Wow,
They're
that glue
lying,
is strong.
and he has crossed it.
You notice that within 10 minutes after I applied the glue,
Dude, he's
got
just
a
somewhere
big
with
cock.
Lolly.
the glue had bonded both my diaper covers and the chair together.
Just chilling in the basement with a wood chair and glue.
Jesus, this is so goddamn wrong, dude.
As you can see, my butt
Who's
is
so
not getting up
comfortable
off this chair.
discussing this shit like this, dude?
Happy gluing.
Yeah, like right, like I've
That's
never
right,
ever had a desire to do anything like this.
This
Why
is a
is this so
goddamn
funny?
glue review. He's doing a glue review with diapers, and he's a grown ass man with hairy fucking legs and fucking cellulite marks.
Yeah,
Like-
no.
But he's special.
He's got ass knee, back knee, acne, inner thigh knee. Fucking-
Inner thigh,
Fuck me, dude. This is
Tiny.
fucking wrong, dude. He needs to be in an institution.
outer thigh. Yeah, I agree.
Wait,
Which one
okay,
was that?
hold
Into
on.
oatmeal.
I think I discovered it. As the diaper's being tugged at the bottom, it's pulling at the top and in between his legs.
Rubbing your weenie.
This is a total get-off thing.
I rip a huge fart in my diapers.
Listen to this.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks.
He's just napping.
Ew.
Did y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Now I do.
I'm good. I'm good.
I don't get this. I don't get the like daddy dumb like little girl
I don't
shit.
like. Yeah, I don't like the diaper
Oh,
thing.
God.
I don't like the
That
baby
sounded like
thing.
a
I
little
will. I mock these motherfuckers for this
Whoops.
shit.
Yes.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
This baby's been eating a lot of
You know
chili.
what? Right? You're right. They don't teach you this shit in carpentry classes.
He's going backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards.
Like, why, man? Well, okay, if you got to work that hard to fart, you got something wrong with your fucking colon, my guy.
That sounds like a watery fart too, dude.
It was throaty.
That's gross.
Ew. My dippers are
All right.
airtight.
And because Trippy asked for it, he's gonna get it.
Oh, you put Tanetta in there. Nice.
Oh my god, you guys. This is one of the originals.
That was a good one. Dude, Bert, you just discovered Tanetta.
I can't wait to put it in my mouth.
Comes out of the
In my ass. I'm so horny I could choke and choke on a cock tonight.
Okay.
You can choke on a cock tonight.
So man,
Choke on the cock tonight.
whip it out, make me bleed, scream and shout. Yeah, man, show me what it's all about. Question when in doubt. Hey man, get it past that pressure zone. Work that bone, yeah, drive it in. I'm so hot, I need a cock. I got to rock I can't wait to put it in my mouth, up my crowd, in my eyes. I'm so horny I could choke and choke on a cock tonight.
Jinsaki. Nice, Dax.
Cream with me.
I like how you highlighted
it. So nice. Hey man, get past that. The pressure's up. Work that bone. Drive it in. I'm so hot I need a cup. I got to rock my breath. I can't wait to put it in my mouth. Of my crack. In my eyes.
My crack.
I'm so horny I could choke and choke on a cock tonight. Yeah, I'm so horny I could choke and choke on a cock tonight. Oh, I'm so horny I could choke and choke on a cock tonight. On a cock right now.
You gotta love how he highlighted his nipple.
Oh, I'm so horny. Yeah, I'm so horny. Oh,
I know,
I'm
this is
so
like a
horny.
relief after that diaper died.
This is actually really tame for Tonetta, you guys. This is probably one of his better actual songs. Some of them are fucking weird, and you can't figure out what he's saying. And there's like plastic hanging everywhere, and it looks like he's covered in blood and weird shit.
He'll sing into a phone receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I'm getting like Red Dragon vibes.
Right?
Like
yeah,
he's
there's
gonna
some
wear
dollar hide shit going on.
your skin for as an
That's
outfit.
kind of jarring, but at the same time, some of it's entertaining. And he's just so goddamn weird, you have to watch. He's like a train wreck.
Indeed, man. And some of this shit's actually not bad.
Oh my god, like I feel like the early internet was like that a lot.
Yes.
Like I would see these kind of videos.
That's where this shit comes from, man.
Yeah, like just weird enough where you just want to keep watching, but you're like, what the fuck is this? And there's no point.
Yes.
All right, so
Virgie had found one where he wasn't wearing a mask to never.
Yeah, I know.
California
He's
Teachers
got plenty
Association
of
is one of the
them.
most powerful unions
Well,
in the country.
God, I hate it when this thing does this. All right.
To the show.
All right. Check.
Becca, I like your wreath on your
California
profile
Teachers
picture, your
Association
avatar.
is one of those powerful
thank
unions
you.
God damn
in
it.
the
Hey,
country, and it is purely
my
supported
avatar is finally appropriate.
Recently, the union held a conference to discuss how to indoctrinate school children.
All right, we can't hear the thing.
One first grade
No,
teacher
I
called
can't
Blair
hear it at all.
White explained that it's best to hold meetings
barely.
for gender identity.
I can hear it fine. See it fine.
I can.
I don't know what's
Let's
happening.
get on my
I can
end.
barely hear it.
Y'all women were just talking through it.
Sorry.
No.
Women. See, Roasted
I
over
can
there
do
being a
more
good little
than
girl.
just
I mean,
talk.
shit.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Trippy.
All right, y'all listen now, okay?
Teachers Association is one of those powerful unions
Teachers Association.
in the country, and it is purely an organ of the Democratic Party. Recently, the union held a conference to discuss how to indoctrinate school children without their parents' knowledge. One first grade teacher called Blair White explained that it's best to hold meetings for gender identity clubs during lunchtime
Blair White?
so their parents never know.
Yes, that lunchtime is kind of that sweet spot where the kids don't need to come
Oh.
early or stay late, and kind of eliminates a little bit of that parent interaction if there are kids who would like to attend, but maybe their parents are unaware that they're interested in participating or unaware that they are out at school. So if you can get it to happen at lunch, that seems like a really good structure to, protect the kids' identities and protect and allow them to attend.
Amazing that they're admitting this in public. Documents from the conference also show that teachers admit they read students' Google search histories looking for signs of interest in gender issues so they can take advantage of them. We wouldn't know any of this was happening if it weren't for Abigail Shrier. She broke the story. She's the author of Irreversible Damage, The Transgender Craze, and a very brave person. She joins us tonight. Abigail, thanks so much for coming on, for breaking this story. It looks, on the face of it, from what we just presented, that these teachers are intentionally trying to hide what's going on from the parents of the kids.
That's right. The deception is actually the point. It's explicit. And in fact, in both the reporting I did on that conference you mentioned in October, and then I've since seen more recent videos of the California Teachers Association specifically guiding teachers statewide in deception of parents about the clubs, about the membership, that even at the elementary school level, 8 and 9-year-olds telling them to rename the clubs, things like Prism Club, so that the parents won't know what's going on in the club and won't be able to, supervise.
Since when are teachers allowed to get involved in these sex lives of minor children without the knowledge of the parents? That seems like a crime to me.
Well, in one of the videos I watched put out by the California Teachers Association, the teachers instructed other educators that children as young as 7 need support in their sexual identity. And they believe it is their job to provide that. And look, if this were a matter of parents coming in and saying their child had a particular sexual or gender identity and they wanted the school to support it, that would be one thing. But instead, what the California Teachers Association is doing is they're deciding how to recruit students to these clubs, how to coach them in solidifying this gender identity or sexual orientation identity, and they're doing this by deceiving parents, specifically telling teachers how to keep the existence of the clubs and the membership from the parents.
I mean, I assume everyone's going to leave public schools at a certain point who can, and homeschool or whatever. This is too much. But in the meantime, is there anything that can be done to stop it?
I think that parents need to get really explicit with kids about things like gender. And tell them what's being taught in schools is nonsense. And in some cases, if the parents are able to do it, they really should pull their kids out of these schools because this kind of nonsense spreads. And the teachers, look, this is not members of LGBTQ doing this. I want to be really clear about that. These are activist teachers. They are looking to peel the children away from the values of their homes and supplant those values with their own.
Marxism.
They're grooming 7-year-olds and talking to 7-year-olds with their sex lives. Like, where are the dads, by the way? So many questions, so little time. But we are grateful to you for breaking this, as you have so many stories like it. Abigail Shrier, thank you. Hey.
And that was via Gunny. That was his little essence of rage that he sent. We're going to back up, and we got some other stuff.
Okay. Just so y'all know, that actually violates the state's constitution when it comes to public education, because the state's constitution guarantees that your children will have an education free of politics and free of political recruitment.
Mm-hmm.
It's guaranteed in the state constitution.
And it's illegal to teach anything positive about socialism to children too.
Federally, yeah,
on the federal level.
Yeah, so I'm all they need is a couple of decently well-off conservative families out of, I don't know, Orange County or Marin County to file something, and that'll stop a lot of this stuff, because the schools will have to pay a lot of money to a whole lot of kids and school, and like, because it's all financial in Cali, so it'll drain all the coffers.
Fuck these groomers.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna play a little. I got little snippets of news, and it's separated by dark, so we can stop and talk.
All day on Twitter, and just this evening, behind closed doors, Kevin McCarthy summoned each of them for private meetings, discussing with them and telling them this message. He wanted them to, quote, stop it. That message, Aaron, did not take hold. Green emerged from McCarthy's meeting and told our colleague Melanie Zanona that she would support a primary challenge against Nancy Mace. And she also said that Donald Trump would support a primary challenge against Nancy Mace. And when asked by reporters just moments ago about that, Mace had a colorful response saying about Green. She said, all I can say about Marjorie Taylor Greene is bless her effing heart. That was the exact on-the-record quote from Congresswoman Nancy Mace. So all this playing out at a critical time for the GOP as they're trying to focus on the agenda, trying to focus on their message, keeping their party in line, and the man in the middle, Kevin McCarthy, having a hard time doing just that.
So
she's from the South, isn't she?
Yeah, she's from Tennessee. She sure is.
Oh, bless your effing heart, from Tennessee.
A Southerner, yeah.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Somebody hide the ammunition.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion on this one. Are you ready for it?
Go for it.
These two bitches need to shut the fuck up and grow up. And anyone who tells me that we need more women in fucking politics or anything like this, you can go fuck yourselves, because this is what you get when you get a whole bunch of women together that are in competition. They could be on the same fucking team and they still go for each other. And this is what our time is wasted on. Taxpayer money, guys. This is what we're fucking paying for. Two bitches going after each other.
Preach.
I'm so tired of the stupid cattiness between left and right and right and right and left and left. Fuck all of you. Go fucking dig a hole and bleed in it, because we have other fucking issues that need attention. You guys are wasting time.
The deal is that, all right, so the GOP, I mean, the Dems, they embrace their far left shit. You know, they pretend like they're like, you know, if you bring it up, they'll say, oh, you know, those people are too much, man. But literally, they support them, and the GOP wants to get rid of the you know, further, you know, little extreme people. It's like, it's stupid.
Well, that's what the left has over the right, is that they stick together no matter what.
Right. And that was the Reagan's rule, thou shalt not, you know, talk ill of another Republican. That's his commandment.
Isn't the right, I mean, because they're more like, leave me alone, like, just let us be kind of attitude, that they're not, you know, getting it.
But when somebody on the right gets called out, then they have a fucking committee hearing, and then they remove them from their committees, and they kind of tie their hands. And it's a big fucking virtue signal to everybody, like, oh, look, we don't tolerate this shit. No, how about you just embrace it and fucking not give it any attention at all, do as the left do, and fucking move on and do what you're hired to fucking do. This is bullshit. They're doing all this infighting, and shut the fuck up, you stupid bleeding whores, and do the job that you were voted to.
Not enough people are like you, Becca. We need more of you.
Man, here's the deal. I mean, the midterms, they could really fucking screw the pooch with this shit, right? Because they need to flip the House and the Senate.
It looks like they're trying to screw the pooch on it, though.
Yeah,
the problem is the Democrats can't find people to fucking run in the seats. So, because the Democrats can't find people to run in the seats, you know the GOP is going to go with the laziest, dumbest, rhino cheap shit they can fucking find to toss in there. And it's not going to be a whole bunch of like the Tea Party Freedom Caucus kind of people or anything like that.
You should have seen, like, last night I talked to Rob Knorr, and he ran for Congress in his district, right?
In Pennsylvania, yeah.
Yeah, and he said basically that most politicians are fucking idiots.
They are. They're just actors.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
takes a certain type to go into politics, I think.
Yeah, a malignant narcissist with like, I don't know, megalomaniac tendencies.
It's like the people that that wouldn't want to go in politics are the ones that maybe should.
No shit. And the ones that don't want to are the ones that, it's like Rob
Like the
Norton.
ones that want to go into politics. Well, why is that?
Yeah.
Nobody who wants power should be given it.
Exactly.
But it's everyone that wants
the
to.
basic
Yeah.
principle behind
Yeah.
running for election. You're seeking power.
Right. So, in other words, you guys are saying we need more women in waste management.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure.
All the way your own damn tampons.
All right, we've got another thing to roll. All right. So we're going to go ahead and roll it.
Sandra, new bombshell book out detailing Hunter Biden's efforts to expand his family's business dealings in China. The book uncovering emails from Hunter's laptop that show the president's son was lavished with gifts from Chinese officials while his father was serving as vice president, and that Biden was involved in a deal between Hunter and a Chinese energy giant. Let's bring in the author of the book entitled Laptop from Hell, Hunter Biden, Big Tech, and the Dirty Secrets the President Tried to Hide, Miranda Devine. She is also a Fox News contributor. Miranda, good afternoon to you. We have seen a lot of emails of the past couple of years from Hunter Biden's laptop, but you bring it together in this new book in a way that we haven't seen before. Give us the Cliff Notes version of it, if you would, here right off the top, including things from a promise of $30 million to a 3-carat diamond.
Thanks, Robert. Yes, look, I think the top line is that Joe Biden lied to the American people during the campaign when he said that he knew nothing about his son Hunter's overseas business dealings. There is evidence galore on this laptop of multiple meetings that Joe Biden had when he was vice president with Hunter Biden's business partners from overseas, from Mexico, from China, from Russia, from Kazakhstan. He met them in Washington, D.C. at Cafe Milano. He met them in his own residence, at the vice presidential residence at the Naval Observatory. He met Tony Bobulinski twice in California. He met them in Beijing. He was intimately involved in Hunter Biden's business dealings. And this was, of course, an influence peddling operation that had been internationalized. Joe Biden had been doing this in Delaware for many decades. But when he became vice president and was in charge of carriage of American policy around the world, particularly in China, he internationalized that influence peddling operation. And his family was involved, and Hunter Biden and his brother Jim Biden were making millions of dollars from overseas business partners based solely on the fact that they had access to Joe Biden. And what's more, we also have evidence from the laptop that Joe Biden benefited financially from these deals.
Now, you mentioned this dinner at Cafe Milano. This was something that was arranged by Hunter Biden and his compatriots. We have an email that details a suggested guest list there. You say that this flies in the face of claims by Joe Biden during the campaign that he knew nothing about Hunter's business dealings and never spoke to him about it.
Yes, and what's more, his campaign said that this meeting on April 16, 2015 in Washington, D.C., at the time that we wrote about this last October, we only knew about the meeting with the Ukrainian benefactor Vadim Podorarsky from the Burisma, which is the corrupt energy company from Ukraine. But Joe Biden's campaign said that never happened. First of all, they said there was nothing in Joe Biden's official calendar for that date, but then they briefed the USA Today and Washington Post saying, no, that meeting never happened. And of course, then we had these intelligence people coming out and claiming that 50 former intelligence and security people, led by John Brennan, the former CIA director, claiming that the laptop was Russian disinformation and that our stories were basically based on Russian disinformation. So that was all untrue, and the evidence is there. And, Joe Biden, the White House has actually admitted a few months ago when we ran another story about the Cafe Milano dinner, where it was not just the Ukrainian, but it was also Russians, people from Kazakhstan, and there were also some Mexicans, we don't know their names, on the guest list. There were thank you emails afterwards, thanking Hunter for allowing them to meet his father, Joe Biden. And so the White House did admit that Joe Biden went there, but they said it was only briefly and for religious purposes.
Right. So, Miranda, we've just got about 30 seconds left here. When you look at tensions ratcheting up between the United States and China and this tangled web involving the Bidens, what potential effect could all of this have on national security?
Yeah. Well, I think it's very serious because there is definitely the potential that the Biden family is compromised, that Joe Biden, the president, is compromised in the eyes of...
Yeah, he's been sucking the CCP dick for fucking 20 or 30 years now. I mean, come on, man. It's like we couldn't be riper for the taking right now as a country by another country.
Oh, I know. We are being plundered as it is. Our resources are being sold to China for pennies on the dollar.
Dude, and that ain't everything. It's the influence, that they're literally leveraging influence all over this country, man. And it drives me nuts. And, these motherfuckers they'll never see a day in jail. That's the truth of that.
Well, it's like y'all was talking about the whole right-wing GOP do this and Dems and they do that over there. But the problem is everybody's just, stick to the Republicans. Don't say anything bad about the Republicans. Don't say anything bad about the Democrats. Fuck all that. Do you know what they want? They want the two parties. Fuck the two parties. Talk bad about everything. Destroy the parties. Because there needs to not be a bird. It needs to be a fucking ship because that's what it actually fucking is. There are no goddamn wings. It's all sails.
You know what? Like, it really bothers me. Like it's pretty clear that our criminal justice system is broken because exactly what you're saying about, if you're an elite, if you're powerful, you're gonna get away with anything.
Well, fucking Fauci lied to Congress.
Anyway.
Yeah,
that's a 5 year. That's 5 years, man.
But then, at the
Bush are
same
friends
time,
off
they're
fucking
like
camera.
putting us against each other, like the right and the
Yeah.
left,
Mhm.
and then they're making it out like it's white supremacy or whatever, or it's systemic racism. But it's like, why aren't we coming together on this like problem that we have these like huge businesses, these like crazy corporations that are treated like people with like more rights than people have, get away with everything, and anyway, okay, you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
I'm flustered here. I'm just like, we have a common enemy but they're pitting us against each other to further their own means.
Yeah, like to suit their own agenda.
Yeah, Tom McDonald has a whole 2 albums about it. He states it really artfully, and it's really well done. There's a
You
great
guys
song called
think-
Clown World that's really, really good about it, and Dummies. Go ahead, sorry.
I was gonna say, do you guys think that the news censored out all the N-words in those emails Biden was sending?
Yeah, that's a naughty word.
Is he like calling people, the jovial
Anyway,
one with the A at the end?
I really got to bounce, you guys. I've been up since like 6:30 this morning.
Aww.
Well, sleep
I've been
well,
wearing that.
and thanks for coming.
And I still got like stuff to do with my kids too. So anyway, thanks for having me on. And it was wonderful.
Nice having you again.
Good seeing you again.
Yeah. So I'll try to come by when I get to like get up, not before the sun, someday. So, so it was great seeing everybody go. And
Same here.
Yeah. Adios.
Right.
Night, Timma.
Love my bye.
Muchachos.
Just when you thought the Hunter Biden saga couldn't get any slimier, here come the Serbians. And it comes days after we learned a Chinese energy tycoon gave Hunter a 3-carat diamond, so romantic, and offered him about $30 million just to make some introductions, that's all. So when the hell is the White House going to admit that this is an actual scandal? Hunter Biden's past can be charitably described as a Hindenburg-esque disaster. He's an alcoholic drug addict. He's been filmed on video smoking crack naked with hookers. Who among us? He had a kid with a stripper whose paternity he denied, and he even shacked up with his dead brother's widow. What a winner.
Had a
But
kid
that
with a
stuff's
stripper.
not actually that bad compared to the corruption. For years, he's been doing very shady deals with even shadier people in some of the shadiest places on earth, countries like Ukraine, Kazakhstan, China, and now potentially Serbia. Fox News obtained emails showing that as far back as 2010, Hunter was in contact with the Serbian president's inner circle. We're told that that president was keen to introduce Hunter to some so-called businessmen and investors. It's not hard to guess why they would want Hunter involved. His dad was the vice president at the time, so getting Hunter on board could potentially open some very important doors in Washington. But as Sleepy Joe has repeatedly claimed, he had nothing to do with any of his son's fly-by-night operations. Joe?
Mr. Vice President, how many times have you ever spoken to your son about his overseas business dealings?
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings. I have never discussed with my son or my brother or anyone else anything having to do with their businesses, period. And what I will do is the same thing we did in our administration. There will be an absolute wall between personal and private and the government.
Do you stand by your statement that you did not discuss any of your son's overseas business
Yes,
dealings?
I stand by that statement.
It is obvious to everyone that Hunter is a total liability, but will the White House ever come clean about what Joe knows? Here with me now, New York Post columnist, the greatest newspaper in the land, founded by Alexandra Hamilton. She's a Fox News contributor and author of the brand new book, Laptop.
Yeah, we have to go over her testimony again. She's written a book. And, you know, it's funny that it's only these Aussie ladies are doing some of the best fucking journalism out there. You know, thinking about Sherry Markson, you know, from Sky News, Australia.
It's because they have plenty of time to do great journalism. The Australian government won't let them do anything else.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say they lock them down.
Oh yeah, I've got a thing about that if we want to look at it. Look at this.
Yeah. I already want to have sex with it.
Damn. That reaction.
That
I
is
think he heard you.
It's like, oh no.
Did you see where they deep faked Jen Psaki's face on it?
Oh,
it's funny. It's on Twitter out there. Look, surprise.
Can you believe how much has changed in just like 30 years? It's incredible.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's going to be like when I'm 60. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm like
That's not
scared.
terrifying at all.
I'm going
is
to be real, and I don't give a fuck what
Would
anybody
people
say.
be walking around their
Black
absolute robots
children need to be separated from white children and any other race when it comes to education, because no other race, especially white people, will tell the black person's history truthfully about where they come from, who they are, and what they are. The white person will only suppress the black person's history to maintain their genetic survival, to bring about a news story that doesn't even exist.
That guy must have saw the sign. Did you see those earrings? Oh my god. He's probably born in like Providence, Rhode
look at
Island.
this. All right, so we're this is another TikTok darling. Pictures throughout time, a time lapse social media experiment. See, she's not ugly. She's quite
Turned into a
attractive.
man, isn't
Just watch. Just watch.
That's a man, baby. Now,
This is what happens when you tell chicks to smile more.
Wait, does she have
What's on their teeth?
Carrie Jen Psaki
What
over
the-
President.
Rings?
Little gems.
What the fuck was that?
Oh, tooth jewelry. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Do they glue it on? What is that?
Yeah.
They put it in with a hammer.
I don't like it.
They should.
No.
She could use a nail to the head. Just saying. Man. It's insane.
Carrie Jen Psaki over President Biden's lack of TV interviews almost a year into his presidency.
You said that one of the things the president would be doing is local TV interviews. Yeah. I think he's only done one.
We are always competing with time on the schedule. I'm going to be honest. His schedule has been quite packed, but he would like to do it. We're working to get it on the schedule.
By what?
Joining us to react, Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, putting aside the obvious funny question of what his schedule is packed with, I think, naps, why would Joe Biden fail to do local avails when they are always softballs, especially in our current media climate?
Before I get to that answer, let's look at the president's schedule for today, shall we? Sure. About 3.5 hours from now, that's when the day begins. Well after ours, obviously. 9:30 a.m. Eastern, he receives his daily briefing. 10:15 a.m., he delivers a speech on jobs. 12:15 p.m., he has lunch with the vice president. And then 5 hours after that, 5:30 p.m., he travels to Camp David for the weekend. I'm exhausted just reading that schedule. Right, you should. So here's the question for the press secretary. How about this afternoon? Because at last check, you don't have to go somewhere to do an interview anymore. I'm literally in my basement right now. I'm sure the president has the same capabilities. Maybe he could do a few interviews then. Meanwhile, no time to visit the border, no time to go to Waukesha to visit with those families who still have children, grandchildren, innocents in the hospital, all because of a murderous madman that the media and this president refuses to talk about. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he has answers, or he has time in his schedule to do those softball interviews that you mentioned, Todd.
There is a New York Times editorial calling for Twitter to do more to fight censorship or to fight misinformation rather, and they come up with different ways on how to censor users even more, how Twitter can fix itself. The first line, Mr. Agrawal must restore trust in the site by better policing misinformation spread by politicians and celebrities. I find it pretty interesting for a journalist to be calling for a company to censor speech more. What do you think about this?
Yeah. I think, Carly, more speech is better than no speech. And to try to, when you think about that there are millions upon millions of tweets every day, you would have to hire thousands of people in addition to who Twitter currently employs in order to police that sort of thing. And for this to come from the New York Times, by the way, who literally, Tom Cotton had an editorial not too long ago that said that we should use National Guard troops to quell violent unrest in the nation's cities when protests, mostly peaceful riots, get out of control. And the paper fired that editorial, the editor on that, because they said, wow, we can't have that sort of editorial in our paper anymore when, half the country is basically divided on the issue. So, yeah, I don't want to hear about this from the New York Times, considering all the tweets they have about Trump-Russia collusion that they haven't quite gotten to deleting yet, have they?
Not yet. And Joe, this is part of a theme this week. We've been really trying to hit this hard because it's been so in our face. Why is the left so anti-freedom in so many areas? Really a rhetorical question, because we can't answer it, whether it's COVID restrictions, whether it's, our First Amendment rights, or just being normal Americans. They're trying to take it away from us, it seems, and it's not good.
It seems that the speech that tends to get censored is from the right side of the aisle, right? But anyway, I got to go because I have to go scale a building. It's called my house because my kids demand lights on the roof. I'm going to kill myself doing this. But hey,
have fun, Clark Griswold. Be safe.
Be safe is right.
I can't believe it.
Welcome back to the show, former New York City Police Commissioner.
Roaster didn't even need writers. That's all I was saying.
I'm my own writer.
Exactly.
He is. Howard Safer. Howard, first this. I want you to listen to the soundbite. It's White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki. She's now trying to blame the pandemic for wiping out store shelves in Target or CVS or Home Depot, not blaming organized mob gang looting. Watch this.
So when a huge group of criminals organizes themselves and they want to go loot a store, a CVS, a Nordstrom, a Home Depot, until the shelves are clean, you think that's because of the pandemic?
I think a root cause in a lot of communities is the pandemic, yes.
Okay, thoughts are not facts. Opinions are not facts. What do you say to this?
It's totally false.
Replay that one more time.
The fact is, what they...
I want to hear that question answer again, if you would, please.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Okay. Was somebody talking?
He talks pretty fast, so.
Yeah, I kind of sped this shit up.
So when a huge group of criminals organizes themselves and they want to go loot a store, a CVS, a Nordstrom, a Home Depot, until the shelves are clean, you think that's because of the pandemic?
I think a root cause in a lot of communities is the pandemic, yes.
Okay, thoughts are not facts. Opinions are not...
Next.
It's kind of a dumb question.
What
was he trying to get out of that?
Nordstrom's, he was pointing out that they're not food shops.
No, man. It's
oh, see. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was part of it, is all I'm saying.
Whatever.
And she's like, it's the pandemic. Everybody needs to be able to supply themselves with expensive shoes.
Yeah, everybody needs diamond
to
rings.
steal like 300 Gucci bags.
Okay,
Everybody
so-
needs 300 Gucci bags.
The thing
Okay,
that she
I have a
didn't say
tiny
out
bit of
loud
hate.
is, yes, it's the pandemic, but it's not the coup itself. It's how the government responded to it.
Right.
No, see,
It shut everything down.
Black lives are more important than property.
Wouldn't that go the same way for every kind of life, though?
No, it's kind of I know it's like kind of crazy, but like I still get those like I still get those like anti-racism emails at work, and I still read them, even though I don't.
She's like, meh.
I don't like it. Join in the conversation, but basically, like, you should allow all of your shit to be burnt down, even if it, it does.
Yeah.
Because lives are important.
It makes them feel better, Shagon.
Right.
It makes them feel better.
Guys,
Everybody's feelings are hurt all the time.
and you should never defend yourself if your whole livelihood is being burnt down, because their life is important. The one that's, burning your house down. Okay, that's all. I'm done.
No, keep talking. All right, it's like, because you're saying really what this fucker's saying here.
I dug
He's a
into
former
it
chief
because
of
part of
police.
that argument is that I've heard is, don't worry about it, it's all insured, right?
That's
So I dug into it, and just today I saw the Great New York Fire. The Great New York Fire happened in the mid 1800s, and it burnt down like 250 buildings in the financial district, including insurance offices, insurance companies.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Because of that
ironic, isn't it?
Because of that fire, because of how much damage was done. 23 insurance companies went bankrupt.
Holy shit.
They lost everything. If we keep letting this happen, if we keep letting our cities be destroyed, if we keep letting people do these freaking end runs on Nordstrom's and IKEA, which, you know, I mean, who needs freaking 15 IKEA projects? That'd keep you going forever, right?
It's obviously
if we keep doing this, sooner or later the stores are going to close, and they're going to file insurance claims on all this lost property to try to balance everything out so that they can close out their books, right? And the insurance companies are going to run out of money because they're not going to be able to find people that they can sue to get the money back for causing the losses in the first place. So we could lose the insurance companies.
What do you think is going to happen? And that'll cause extreme, you know, fucking inflation most likely, because, you know, what their cure for spending money in Joe Biden's White House is, that's to print more money.
Well, when you start losing insurance company after insurance company, eventually it'll start turning into a cascade effect. And when the insurance companies start collapsing, when the whole insurance industry starts collapsing, keeping in mind that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry, what do you think is going to happen to the stock market? What do you think is going to happen to your pension plans? What do you think is going to happen to inflation, to the price of commodities, to the global economy? Not just us in our state or in our country, but the global economy. What do you think is going to do when the powerhouse engine that runs all of the economies, that keeps all of the economies taking over, including China? What do you think is going to happen if we allow enough of a collapse to happen because of all this freaking theft?
Yeah, I think
outright theft.
Okay, I want to backtrack just a tiny bit. Like, first, sorry, Roasted, but
No, sorry.
well, okay, I would say like all lives matter or no lives matter, and that's
Racist.
kind of my stance.
Racist.
I just want to say that.
Super racist.
I don't think like a life matters more than like another life for I mean, unless you're a piece of shit and you're gonna like take my shit and like
I like that
attack
guy
me.
that Kyle shot.
But you know,
He was a piece of shit.
yeah, there's some people that are clearly
There are terrible people that
but the thing is
just in like a basis. Sorry, Chigon, go ahead.
well, I was gonna go off of what Rosa said. It's so I mean, like I think like a lot of people think like just money just can be printed, and I mean, so like yeah, like Rosa, you said like oh they're insured, so it's okay, right? But
That's the excuse, yeah.
well, I mean, when we like have to pay for insurance, you know, they come up with, you know, they come up with numbers based on what people like want to claim. And if everything's getting burnt down, what do you think happens to our insurance?
Right.
Oh, the premiums go up to try to keep the insurance company afloat. But I'm pretty sure that if you check with BECCA on this, because I think she does some work with insurance companies through her job.
We sue them.
You know, the insurance companies, if at all possible, they try to figure out who caused the loss in the first place, and then they sue the hell out of them.
Yeah.
Because they want to get the money that they just paid out back.
Right.
Well, who do you
insurance-
sue if the people just ran off with all these Gucci bags out of the Gucci store, and you can't figure out who it is that stole the bags, who it is that received the bags? You can't prove who caused the loss. Who do you?
Yeah,
sue?
I mean, we're not saying anything, of course.
Taxpayers.
We're not pointing at anyone in particular. But I would ask, like, why does the media seem to kind of gloss over this? You know,
Because they're not allowed to talk about it.
Why?
But the dirty little secret with insurance companies is that your premiums, a big, huge chunk of it, goes to their legal fund. and not to, just
mostly
in case
peaceful.
this client has a claim in the future, we'll have some money for it. No, they put a lot of the premiums towards their legal counsel to fight you on it. So what's going to happen in these cities that this is happening in, they're going to add amendments to the policies for all these business owners saying that they do not cover this kind of vandalism. Because right now, the coverage is going to be vandalism because they're smashing windows and
already
stuff.
happening.
And then the
Already been
inventory...
Yeah. Oh my God,
the,
Becca. Holy
the
shit.
inventory is also insured. So what they're going to do is add a nice little amendment to the policy saying that they do not cover domestic terrorism, which they're going to classify this as. And all these companies that are going to submit claims for the smash and grabs are going to get denied because they will not have coverage.
Mm-hmm. And the only way they're going to get paid by the insurance company to cover their own losses is if they sue the hell out of them.
Right.
And if they, well, that's why the insurance companies, even though you sign this contract with them and it's this policy, the insurance company can always implement a change to the contract by design. You cannot argue with them. You cannot, mediate the changes. You do not have a choice. So all these insurance companies in California are going to add this change to all policies. So when these businesses go to sue the insurance company, they won't have a leg to stand on. They won't.
All right, let's go through this one thing, and then we'll have to go. We'll be solo live on Twitch and Odyssey, I guess, in D Live. But so we everybody get ready to migrate. But we need to say this first.
Dr. Anthony Fauci slamming his critics, accusing them of being anti-science.
This is fast.
His critics accusing them of being anti-science. Our next guest is firing back, arguing the only one ignoring science is Dr. Fauci. GOP Senator Rand Paul sits on the Senate Health Committee. Joins us now and is sparred quite often with Mr. Science. Senator, first off, that's like if people criticize me saying you just don't like talk show hosts, or you just don't like senators if they criticize you. What kind of ego is this to say I represent science?
It's sort of a way of ending all debate, because if you attack him or have any debate over any of his edicts or his mandates, you're attacking science. But this is a very, very dangerous sort of idea. The idea that a government bureaucrat represents science and that he is now untouchable, that it is sort of like you are now contradicting the all-high priest of science if you say anything. But there are real questions, and there's real areas of science that he's never really debated because he deflects. One area is over 100 million Americans have had COVID. They have natural immunity. There's a real question about whether they should be vaccinated once, twice, or not at all. And the thing is, there's never been a debate because he's the all-powerful scientist. You're not to question him, just do as you're told. So with him, it's more about submission. But most of his edicts are not based in science. Whether kids should wear masks in school is a very debatable subject and ought to be debated. In Sweden, no kids wear masks. 1.8 million kids. They haven't worn masks in school at all for the last 2 years, and they haven't had any deaths. And you say, well, what about the teachers? Well, it turns out the teachers don't get COVID at a greater rate than the rest of the public. So it turns out maybe we don't have to have our kids in masks. Shouldn't we have that debate? No. Dr. Fauci says he is the all-powerful Oz, and we shouldn't question him. That's a real problem in a free country.
He has a specific problem with you and Senator Cruz. For Senator Cruz, he said, what happened on January 6th? What does a doctor care about what happens on January 6th or 7th or 5th? I mean, what does that tell you where his mind is at? Clearly, you're under his skin.
It shows you that he's a rank partisan, but you've seen how he pushes back now. He just calls everyone else liars. So there's large randomized studies. There's a study from Denmark, y'all have reported on it, on masks. 6,000 people with masks, 6,000 people without masks. It turns out they both had the same incidence of disease. 80% of those getting COVID today are wearing a mask most of the time. So there's a question, should we be mandating something? Every state, province, or country that mandated mask wearing, not one of them showed the trajectory of the disease going down. The disease kept doing what it wanted. The only thing that affects this disease are vaccines and also natural immunity. But the one thing they're ignoring, if he wants to talk about the science, the current vaccine's not working very well. It worked very well in April of May of this year when cases went down to less than 10,000 a day, but it's not working very well. They have a Delta variant vaccine. They've had it for months. How come they're not producing it? How come it's not out there? Are we going to need a new vaccine? Finally, the head of Moderna is saying, yes, we're probably going to need a new vaccine, but that's what we should be talking about. How come we don't get a new vaccine every year or so the way we do for the flu? And how do we make it easier for a new vaccine? They criticize Trump to death for his bringing forward the vaccine within a year. They've done nothing to bring forward a new vaccine. They just keep telling us to wear a mask and other things that don't work.
Yeah, Dr. Fauci takes credit for that vaccine now. It's amazing. Real quick, the supply chain crisis. The president canceled a presser on this. Are we doing enough to stop this, to help this crisis?
I think it's most important that people know that it seems to be a supply chain crisis that seems to be mostly in heavily regulated California. People need to realize that when you try to put out of business independent contractors like Lyft, Uber, and independent truckers, that it's a problem. You can't drive a truck into California that has an engine older than 2010. They're like Nazis when it comes to looking at your log to make sure you're obeying the edicts on how many hours you drive. So truckers don't go to California. So truckers are in other places. There has to be a reason why there doesn't seem to be this problem in Florida, or doesn't seem to be this problem on the Atlantic coast.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Senator Rand Paul, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to stop it right there. And we'll follow up with Ted Cruz's response to Fauci, like, saying that snide remark about January the 6th. Like, really, Cruz didn't have anything to do with that shit. God, it's arrogant shit. All right, so now is the time. It is the top of the hour. It's 2 o'clock Eastern. That's 1 o'clock Central. And 11. And that means that we're going to switch over to Twitch and finish this thing out. Got a little bit more news and stuff. Might end early tonight. I'm going to take a long weekend. No ice cream this Sunday because did it yesterday. All right.
Nice.
Anybody want to? All right. So let's go ahead and go. A is for ASHERELLA. Shill.
Regular videos up on my channel on YouTube and also Odyssey, and then also Sundays 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and commentary on Twitch. I don't know what's happening this Sunday.
We better do it.
We regularly do. We watch a movie, talk about it. You can find that on Bubonic For You's channel, and
Twitch.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, on Twitch.
Becca?
I'll drop the links in the chat.
Thank you. Becca?
I don't know. I'll try to stream tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I'm sure one of my family members
Don't feel so
will.
enthusiastic.
I love that commitment.
Yeah.
Well, man,
He's so excited.
she always has shit come up. When she says she'll do something, it's like
It just happens. Like Wednesday, I was supposed to stream, but no, I was up at the school dealing with the stupid kid conference.
You should have live streamed from the
fucking
school.
teachers. You should.
I would
That would
have.
have been great.
I would have, but there were minors present,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's against the law to film
yeah.
when there's minors.
That's true.
Yeah.
If it was just us parents, well, hell yeah, I would record that shit.
Damn
And
straight.
bringing
live.
your legal knowledge.
They'd probably run up to you and be like, "It's illegal to film inside of a school."
Yeah, well, they know I have some legal knowledge, so they don't try to pull the legal shit with me.
Right.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll try to stream tomorrow. I was thinking about doing a Vlogmas thing, but I looked into it and I was like, fuck that, I'll do it next year because I'm already late to the game. So I don't know. Well, I'll try to stream tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see what happens.
Sweet. Siobhan?
Hey, everybody definitely keep watching on Twitch because we're still awesome and we're gonna I have so much more anger. But yeah, just check out Boo's channel again, kind of like what Ash said. I really hope we have a movie on Sunday. Like she said, that would be on Twitch, 4 p.m. Central. Yes. Right, Ash?
Okay, I think it's 5 p.m. We do it at 6 Eastern, 5.
Oh yeah, 5 p.m. 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Central. Yes.
Oh, these time zones. What the heck?
I know. It's so goddamn confusing. I mean, really.
And everyone's like, this is the real time.
Indeed. All right, Roasted.
But, yeah.
Hey,
I'm done,
East,
basically.
like,
Just
I'm East Coast, we're real time.
yeah, we're real time. Because we're central. So
Central. That's right.
You just can't.
Yeah. All right, now Roasted.
I have a channel. One of these days, I'm actually going to do something and post it on my channel. I'm seriously thinking about asking Colleen to disable my Steam account until I create a video because I'm not getting them done, and I keep on planning on them, and I've got about 50 scripts sitting on my laptop, half filmed, half ready to go, and none of them finished and none of them timely now. But one of these days, I'm actually gonna shit or get off the pot.
I heard that. All right, Trippy.
I'm gonna shit on Roasted's pot. But I might do a gaming stream tomorrow.
Oh, shit, Trippy.
I don't even know why that's so
You
funny
have
to
to
me.
smoke that shit. If you gonna
Who's
shit on my pot, you gotta
recording him?
smoke
I'm
that
talking
shit.
about a different kind of pot. I thought it was a metal
We
pot.
need to start clipping like Trippy sound clips.
I know, right?
Right?
Becca, get
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
It's
Get 'em
Trippy
back.
clips.
I'll play my own fucking clips.
Clip wars.
I'll stream and be like, I got a sore throat, so I'm just gonna play play sound clips the whole time. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do a gaming stream tomorrow. A little Red Dead, probably in the afternoon, if I'm feeling like it.
Little Red Dead.
Red Dead Redemption
Little
2.
Red Dead.
Little Red Dead, man. There's
I
some
like
good, some
Undead
good shit.
Nightmare.
Love that,
Yeah.
man. It's awesome.
I can go fishing and shit, and just have a nice relaxed stream, shoot at some cowboys. And then tomorrow night, we do the movie night in my Discord at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I haven't picked a movie yet. And then right after that at 10, we do a live stream.
I have missed your
Every
last couple
Saturday.
Saturday streams, but your Saturday streams are always really fun, Trippy. I know I've said this before,
thank
but
you.
I just encourage people to join Trippy's Saturday streams.
I agree.
Awesome.
Oh,
I mean,
I
like,
agree.
watch all of us.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Up
you
in-
know.
Watch.
I'm just saying, I always have a really good time on the Saturday stream.
And then after you're done watching Bubonic and Shagon and Ash and oh crap, what's the other guy's name? I remember his avatar.
Object.
Object of hate.
Watch those guys on Twitch and then come over and watch me, or something like that, depending
Peace.
on who's live first. And then
I call him Object of Heat. Yeah.
Object of heat.
if he was in heat all the time, he'd be walking around going meow.
I don't think you're talking about him like that.
Object is so very like posh and proper, but he's so like base too. You know what I mean? And savage. So, like I love it.
So smart.
Yeah.
You guys could get him
All
arrested.
right, so I guess we're going to go ahead and flip to Twitch and Odyssey. So on that note, everybody meet us at Twitch or actually meet us on Twitch. All right. So,
yeah, and Odyssey.
Yeah,
I'm on both.
that's right. Me too.
I think most of us are.
All right, and we're ending it right now.